Yo, 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 what's happening? All of the great people, all of the great land. It's your favorite fans football homeboys in the house. Here to break it down, week 7. The reaction show. Reaction show where we go over all the things that just happened from the afternoon games and overall 1 o'clock slates, and then also get you guys ready for Sunday night football, where we have the Falcons going on the road to San Fran to take on the Niners. And we'll get to that in a moment. First things first, because your boys played on Thursday, I'm sure you want to get a little bit out of your system.
Why? We did this morning. Why are we even talking about this? Why are we even talking about this? This is crazy. What are we doing right now? What are we doing? Well, I don't even have no. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? 9:30 a.m. game. Rams this morning. While we were out here, again, there was no breaking news when you said it was 21-0. We were with Jamie this morning. Again, no breaking news. Devontae Adams scores 3 touchdowns when I don't bet on him. What else is new? So Brian Thomas Jr. back to, I don't even know, being obscure apparently, man. He left for the injury too. And he didn't leave with an injury, but
Jesus.
Yeah.
How?
Wow.
Oh Lord.
That's savage, man. Dude, man, he out here, bro.
He out here.
He out here. He's out here, bro. He out
Jesus.
here.
What the heck?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Wow. That's impressive.
That is.
That's pretty impressive, by the way.
That is. I only hit one of those ever in my life, and that's on a Friday night college football random one night laying in bed. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, no. Matt Stafford had a big day today for sure. Did not see that coming against this defense, which I don't know what to make of the Jags anymore. Matt Stafford finished today so far QB4 on the week. Was it 3 touchdowns? Yeah, no, 5 touchdowns.
5.
Excuse me, 5 touchdowns.
Overseas record.
You know what was crazy today? Like, just kind of going sidebar is it wasn't like everybody went off. It was only like
certain guys,
players, like guys, like just went off. It wasn't like everybody going off, man. So today was a weird. It wasn't weird. It was just an odd week overall. We were talking about like just looking at picking games before stuff started, and it was weird. I mean, but yeah. So shout out Rams, shout out Gucci.
Yeah. I mean, look, Jacksonville about to go on a bye, and Travis Hunter now wants to show his face, right? Really funny how he wants to now show his face. I think the hopefully the arrow for him goes up even after they get Vegas after the bye. So something I just want to keep tabs on, because I know Travis Hunter I don't know if it's just like the way they've been utilizing him, both the roles or whatever. But it's like, again, like the first time he's seen a snap rate over 70% was today. And look what happened. Over 100 yards receiving on 14 targets. So they had a game plan for him today, which was really telling, because, again, like, you should want to do this. This guy's a former Heisman Trophy winner. I don't care what he was playing position. He won the damn thing. So Get the man the ball. So I hope they realize that moving forward, because I think Travis Hunter is like, he's still a buy low candidate because he's heading into the bye week, but it's not as pretty. Haywood said he's 47% on correct scores over the years. Only when I feel it. It's not often I do. One of my specialties. It's not next 1,000. Auto close. No, that's impressive, man. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, no, it is.
My score is even better, because, like, it's definitely a lot of crap can happen.
You ain't lying.
Score, so
you ain't lying.
That is. Rob is in the house. What's up, Rob? Man, what's happening? If you guys ain't following Rob on the X, please do so. The guy is a absolute motherfucking standard when it comes to the UFC. So feel free to get at him about that. But yeah, moving forward, I mean, look, like I said, I think I wanted to look. I was hoping Travis Hunter would have a game like this sooner or later. In general, because he deserves to have this. Because I don't understand why you waited all these time to consistently scheme him up. Like I said, this is the first time he's had a snap rate over 70%. This is the first week, so now they had to buy. I hope they build on top of this, because it looks like they need it. Majority of the game was kind of weird though from all sides, and that's what happens on the overseas games. So it is what it is. Yeah, Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah, something happened, man.
Yeah,
yo, Frank,
we'll get to it, Frank.
I wasn't thinking that. I was just like, man, how they gonna do this on Bebe's Day, man? How they gonna do this on Bebe's Day? Like, for real.
We'll get to that. Yeah. Things to learn today. I've had JT every year, just not this year. Oh, attractive. And the Chargers should never wear yellow on yellow. And Mercedes is better than K1. I mean, that's kind of debatable. And yeah, we'll get to the lineup, man. We were close. But yeah, moving on. Eagles break the cold spell like we predicted. Eagles covered. We had the over here, and Eagles got it done, 28-22. Vikings were just slogging themselves back in this game. Every time you thought they were out of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, Vikings kind of pulled themselves together. They were down 5 at one point in this game. But again, kudos to the Eagles. Hurts over 300 yards passing today. You know, this is what happens, like, this Eagles team, when they are able to put things together, like, it's just one of those things where so far this year, like, the running game has not been, like, the staple it has been for them. So when you see a game like this where Hurts is, you know, dialed in, he got a 79-yard bomb to Devontae Smith today. It's like it felt like Devontae Smith been dormant all year until today. So A.J. Brown has obviously had his moments, and obviously he came out and balled today. But again, it's like these Eagles came out and did their thing through the air. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Barkley only held to 44 yards. Not what I predicted, but it is what it is. It's just one of those things where I'm just curious how this Eagles team moves forward. Are they a different, like, nucleus of team now? Are they going to be throwing the football more? Like, who knows? But the Vikings gave them everything they could handle today, and still shut them down. So not shut them down, but they overall gave them, you know, a fight. But in the end of the day, they finished the fight. So.
Yeah, but like the Eagles, they still, like, they had a chance to close the door multiple times, and they won the game for sure. But, like, that's the thing that's more concerning to me, is just still letting this team hang around. Not that the Vikings are great, like, overall. They're a solid team. I think we know they're well coached, and obviously, you know, home game and stuff. But that's the bigger concern for me. It's just that I think, like, it's one of these situations where, you know, yeah, like Saquon, it doesn't look like what it looked like, and all I can think of was just, you know, Greg Kellogg, just when we first got to Ohio, but, you know, talking about, like, you know, not taking him, and, like, so far, man, like, that's what it's been, right? But yeah, like, that was the biggest thing, and, like, you know, here we go, man. You know, on this day right here, you know, if you stacked up these guys in DFS, you're probably looking pretty clean coming out of things today, man. But Devontae Smith, wide receiver number 2 on the week, and A.J. Brown, wide receiver number 4. So. Shout out Philly. They don't care about our fantasy team. They only care about it in real life, and they out here still winning football games, man, finding a way.
Totally. Vikings in this one, it's you know, I just don't you know, I just don't understand how you're not getting, you know, Wentz has over 300 yards passing in this game. Addison comes out and just balls out of nowhere. Not nowhere, but he's capable of it. But 79 yards, total yards for Jefferson today, 5 catches, 10 targets. Like, I ain't gonna cut it if you're gonna be trying to move forward. As a team that's trying to put themselves in a position for the playoffs. So I'm not concerned about Jefferson, but it's like we haven't seen the Jefferson game yet. We haven't seen the game where he, like, completely goes bonkers. I'm not talking about, you know, he technically had that game a few weeks ago against Pittsburgh, but it was not like, it's still, I feel like I'm still missing that Jefferson, like, overall wide receiver, one receiver week type of thing, like, you know, from Jefferson, where we all know he's capable of.
It's the touchdowns. It's the touchdowns, bro. That's all it is. Like, I mean, because it was 10 for 126.
He got one on the year so far.
Yeah, 10 for 126 against Pittsburgh, 7 for 123 with Cleveland. So, like, that's just what's missing is the touchdowns. And let's be fair about this too, man. Like, when you talk about Jefferson, like, I think if we were going to say anything, this might be the year that he's had the worst quarterback play in his entire NFL career. Like, you could make a very good argument that that is the case. Obviously, when Cousins went down, like that's what it was.
Nick Mullins, I guess.
But Nick Mullins, that was the second half of the year. So like the first half of the year, you got that. So you can make a case that, like I said, like this might be the worst quarterback play that he's had his entire career. So it is what it is, man.
Totally. I get that too. Just something to keep tabs on, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Jefferson, like, he's a big name, stuff like that, too. But it's like you want him to keep on. Like you said, the touchdowns are definitely missing. So it's like, when's that trend going to start turning around? The Browns take the paddle to the Fins, 31-6. And Judkins, hat trick today. And honestly, kudos to that Browns defense because shut down city on Miami. Miami was barely moving the ball at all. Tua looking like Dizzy Tua out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, oh, here you go. Ooh, here you go. Just throwing freaking hockey pucks to the other team, literally. Here you go. Here's my sandwich. I don't want it. There you go.
Told you, man. Listen, man.
You want this? Yeah, here you go. Take it.
Told you. Listen, man. Pretty boys don't do well in the AFC North, man. You know what I mean? It's a different animal up there, baby. You know, it's a different animal up there, man. You know, it's yeah, like this one. Hey, I don't
overhit in this game.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, yeah, overhit. Well, like no, like this was one that I was just like, yo, like I don't see the Dolphins just going out there out physically in the Browns like in a nasty environment and nasty weather. Just didn't see it, and like everything that came to fruition. And we were when like my work group chat, one of the guys was like, "Oh, he's like, I'm starting to figure it out." It was the guy that the DraftKings retweeted out. It was him. He's like, I'm starting to figure it out. He's like, every week, whoever the Dolphins play, that's who I'm playing at running back. Like, yeah, bro, been that way for a hot minute. It's like they have Bijan next week. And then Swanson's like, yeah, perfect week for 2 Tyler Algier touchdowns. I was like, man, yeah, like it's gonna be a mess. So Mike McDaniels, man, we belong together.
Go Lord.
And you know that I'm right. It's the end of the road for him, brother. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the road.
Oh my goodness, man. Yo. I mean, yeah it's kind of, it almost might be up, honestly.
Man, listen, it
feels like Tua just kind of throwing the towel on his team too, in a way. It's just like, is what it is. Yeah, Judkins 8 for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, held in check second half, but the damage is already done. The Browns defense just like turnover after turnover, you know what I'm saying, set that up for him. So that's just what it is.
Yeah, baby. I did karaoke last night to embarrass my wife.
Did you now?
Yeah, at her work. Yeah, did some Jodeci. Yeah, she loves it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, moving on. Vrabel coming back to Tennessee in style. 31-13 win for the Patriots. The game looked a little weird at first, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Titans was starting to, put a few things together, and we're like, oh, okay, maybe we got something here. No, New England pretty much turned things around, and Drake May even left the game for a little while. Like a few plays.
Yeah, a few plays in the second half, right after halftime.
Yeah, and so I mean, Drake May ended up getting back in the game. 91% completion percentage. Not even Tom Brady didn't do that in one game for New England. Also, what they haven't done in one game is win 3 straight road games in New England tenure, which is wild too. So, that being said, New England getting it done 31-13. The story, unfortunately for me, walking away from this is that Henderson, man. Like, I just
let it go. It's time to let it go. It is time to let it go, bro.
No, it's not. It's not. But it's like you can't start him. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
Well, if you're not letting it go, then like you just said, you can't start him, man. Ramondre running back 9 on the week, and like Mike Vrabel, like the writing is on the wall. Like the only way Travion Henderson is getting run is on a Ramondre Stevenson injury. That's it. That's the only way at this point. Like, because it's the line in the sand is there, and Ramondre is there. Yeah. I couldn't even do it last time, man. Hell, I didn't even have a voice, man. I was hoarse as hell.
Yeah, like, you didn't have a voice?
Yeah. Well, not the first time we went. I did
it. Oh, God.
Yeah, I didn't have a voice.
Yeah,
I didn't have a voice.
Lord.
Yeah. The second time I had to get back because yeah. But no, man, I'm with you, man, too. Like it sucks with the Travion Henderson stuff because my home league isn't the only league I have him in, and I think like it's really looking like those rookie running backs, man. Looks like none of them are hitting for anything, man. Like at this point, I say none of them. I'm cooked right now, so if I'm leaving anybody out, I'm just being absent-minded. But Genty, like that's not a thing right now.
Pretty much anyone you can spend like decent high draft capital on for most part at this moment in time. It's starting to look like they were definitely overvalued, but like I say, I'm still got some time left in the season. So
true.
But it's definitely like, it definitely stings a bit in some ways, but in different ways, right? Because it's not like, with Hampton, right, before he went down.
That's who I'm missing. I was like, I know there's somebody I'm missing. I'm like, no, I told you, man. Like, by the time 8:00 hits, man, bro, Saturday and the Sunday is just a blend, man. By the time the game's over with, I'm doing good to be sitting upright, man. Like, but that whole running back class, though, bro.
Like, do that, bro. You might want to do that.
But that whole running back class, man, is like, him, Omarion, Caleb, Travion, RJ, like, you know what I mean? Like, Bill looks like the best one out of the group.
He's the only one, I guess, or one of the few that are surviving right now. It's just
doesn't
mean he's like killing it, but he's surviving.
Yeah.
But anyhow, Patriots get it done over Titans. Titans looked a little bit better, obviously, but obviously, New England put the clamps on them as well. So we'll see what happens with Titans. Calvin Ridley might be coming back next week, so maybe this can, bump their offense up, but it's looking like they need some type of either trade or whatever, or again, just like something more dynamic for the offense. So Bears take care of the Saints at home. Game was a little bit back and forth. DeAndre Swift, DeAndre Swift, one of my guys. Look, finally starting to see him starting to roll. It took after the bye week, but back-to-back games at least 100 yards rushing or more. And even in this one, looked really bleak because Monangai had a nice little 14-yard run early on in the game, and then kind of mixed Monangai in. But then I was like, oh, well, Swift started to have some bigger breakout runs in this one as well. And granted, it's against the Saints, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, even the previous game against Washington, it's like 175 total yards from scrimmage. So it's like, I hope that this pace still continues for Swift because these are the moments we've been kind of waiting for. If you've been like myself, been kind of on Swift and be like, hey, like, you got a workhorse running back, use him. So there's that. But so far RB3 in the week for Swift. He was RB6 last week. This is full point PPR settings, by the way. So yeah, look, Bears get it done. Caleb wasn't pretty for Caleb today, but he wasn't truly asked to like carry the load in this one. No. But it was like not the best performance. But the Saints, they gave him a fight for a little while. Spencer Rattler and Olave came out. Olave 2 touchdowns today. Like, talk about all the times we were talking about Olave just getting the volume. Now he's starting to get a few touchdowns. Like, so I mean, again, Spencer Rattler is still looking like he's holding down this job. It doesn't look like Tyler Shuck is overall like trying to not even going to get any wiggle room into this thing. In general, it just looks like Spencer Rattler is going to be like here to stay. But definitely kudos to the Chicago defense as well in this one. They had 3 picks today and a forced fumble. And no, they didn't score a touchdown. That was another defense. But kudos to them. Anything else to add?
No, just Roma Dunze, no call, no show today, which I think is a byproduct of Caleb Williams and what was not asked of him today. Detroit really operated on a short field. I think, obviously, Ben Johnson at heart, at the end of the day, he wants to run the ball, and I think that was evident today. You've seen it. It was there. And they were able to do it. So, nothing more, nothing less from that space. Alvin Kamara, man, yikes. Keandre Miller left that game, so be interesting to see what they do with the running game or lack thereof moving forward if this injury, is a little bit longer. So, yeah, we shall see, man.
Totally. Moving on to the.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got a last minute advice out here.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Hello, sorry to bother y'all. You ain't bothering us, bro. Come on in.
Please.
Stop right up. You know what I'm saying? Any questions you need answering, just let us know, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to our channel, bro, because we out here answering questions whenever you need them. Asking about Kendrick Bourne or JMO. So give us a little bit more context. Is this what setting? Full point PPR, half? Is it standard? And then in general, what's the setting so we can help you out better? In a vacuum, I would say, man, that's tough. I'll probably say JMO because I do think that Detroit Tampa Bay should be more of a back and forth game. There could be down 5 points in a full point PPR. I like Kendrick Bourne. Don't get me wrong. I know Kittle's coming back tonight though, and that could take away a little bit more of the usage that he was having. He has CMC, Laporta, and Bates. Oof. So you're down 5. He has 3. So it's 3-1. Oh, I have JSN, Monty, and maybe Ibuka.
Oh, okay, that's why the Ibuka maybe. Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, I hear good signs that Mecca's gonna be playing, but we really don't know until it's really game time decision, and that's the trickier part. So I guess that I would. So I guess from my point of view, is it Mecca currently in your flex then? I assume right now, or is it Bourne or JMO? So that way we could, better assist, because if that's the case, then I would be okay. Okay. I would feel comfortable if Emeka's out putting JMO in that place. Yeah. Bourne could do it again. You know what I'm saying? Bourne could do it again. But so Bourne or JMO is wide receiver 2. Yeah, that makes sense. I would say in this scenario, I feel good about JMO as a wide receiver 2 if Emeka's out Monday night. So that's the good news for you. So I feel like you don't need to force Kendrick Bourne tonight. Because realistically, like I said, George Kittle coming back is going to take away some usage. In that same, in that same vein, Jennings is also going to play tonight. McCaffrey, so it's the Niners are starting to get a little bit healthier offensively. So I might just take away Kendrick Bourne a little bit more. I know Valdez-Scantling is also on the IR. So he's missing the next 4 weeks. So again, with that, and then so Demarcus Robinson comes into play too, but I doubt he gets a lot of run tonight. But yeah, look, I would say in this scenario, I would say JMO as your wide receiver 2. If Emeka's out, I would feel comfortable with that.
JMO all day, man. The Falcons have actually done a really good job, just against receivers in general. Top performing receiver so far this year for them against them has been Justin Jefferson. They haven't allowed a 100-yard receiver all season long. So there's that. Emeka Egbuka is the one guy that actually did have the best day against him, 2 touchdowns and 67 yards. So to that point, it's not anything that you need to force. It's not a matchup that you're looking at and you're like, all right, this is a tasty matchup. I got to make it happen. You don't have to force it in there, man. And then plus too, I think, I shouldn't say everybody, but one of the things I always like to look at with JMO, he's done some things on the road as of recently, but more likely than not, some of his better performances have happened while he's at home. Obviously, they're playing at home tomorrow night. So, yeah, I'm JMO, man.
Totally. So, yeah. And then, yeah, I'm hearing he's got a true game time decision, but it was also leaning that he could actually play. So because obviously, and Mike Evans probably in the same vein, I think so. But either way, like if Emeka's playing, I just want to see. Yeah, I would want to play him either way. But yeah, if it comes down to it on Monday, you have options to definitely just slot in JMO if that's like the so-called worst case scenario. That I'm good with that because there could be a lot worse options, honestly. So heading to quickly talk about the Jets, they suck. They're winless. Fields got benched. Tyrod Taylor came in. We'll see if he keeps the job. Panthers win 13-6. There ain't really much else to talk about. So we're gonna move on to the Chiefs. Chiefs get shut down the Rams, the Raiders, 31-0. Rashee Rice come out party, like we called it. Unfortunately, he didn't hit our receiving yards prop this week. But he scored 2 touchdowns, so I'll take that from my DFS lineups this week. Yeah. Again, like Mahomes and these guys starting to click, man. It's all coming together.
It looks scary. It looks scary. It's starting to look scary. I was sitting there watching it.
Travis Kelce had a long catch and run today.
I was like, boy. I was like, they back.
Meanwhile, the Raiders can't get off. Did Gino even throw for 75 yards today? I don't think he even threw for. It was 75 yards today.
I think it was like the middle of the third quarter, and they had like 48 yards. I was like,
"Oh Lord!" So he did throw for 100 yards. Okay, let me double check that because, it was nuts that game. Like 67 yards passing, today. Yeah. Geno Smith, 67 yards passing. They need the bye week. They're lucky to have the bye week upcoming. They need that right now. It's I get it, no Brock Bowers. I get it, no Jacoby Myers. But it's like, Genty shut down, obviously, but you're not even giving him any checkdowns, Like, you're not giving him any opportunities to run after the catch.
Can I say something about that? Everybody says that, but this is what I'm going to say. Every time I've seen Geno Smith no. Every time I've seen Geno Smith try to check it down to Ashton Genty, he's just about gotten him killed every single time. Just about gotten him. If you go and look at any Ashton Genty reception, he literally almost dies every time he catches the ball because Geno Smith is just hanging him out to dry. So that's probably why. I don't blame him. I don't blame Ashton Genty for not wanting to run any checkdowns, man. Don't blame him at all.
Yeah. Oh man, it was a garbage performance. And again, like I said, they get the bye this week. I mean, upcoming, and again, Chiefs starting to look like a Chiefs of old in some type of way. And again, they'll have to watch out for reports for Daniels, obviously, because they get them this upcoming week. Segue into that, Cowgirls, the Cowboys. Offense stays hot and a 44-22 victory. Aubrey, first kicker in history to have 5 field goals of 60 plus in one game. Crazy. But besides that, CeeDee Lamb coming back into the fold like he never left in this one. And the juice in the sauce. 110 yards receiving, a touchdown. Ferguson had 2 touchdowns. And then Pickens, he went off, he was productive. And Javonte Williams also productive. So Dallas offense stays hot. And again, they get the victory. Jaden Daniels sounds like he has a hamstring injury, so we just got to keep on watch for that. Hopefully it's not anything too crazy. The thumbs up to his mother was a good sign, but it's something that, is he going to miss more time again? It's funny, as soon as he left, all of a sudden, Mariota just throws a pick 6. So,
this is this wasn't a shocker for me, just overall. I think the cards were stacked against him, obviously, with no real starting caliber wide receivers out there. So the deck was already stacked against him for sure. First time Dallas is really first time in a long time, actually, Dallas has had all of their primary weapons as well. Home game, just a lot of things going in Dallas's favor, but, not going to take anything away from them. Two of my personal bigger misses all year long. I have Dak Prescott in one league. Definitely a big miss for me. like overall, like was somebody I was not feeling at all. Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, you can be right about him. Like, that's fine. But, I mean, it's cool. I got a lot of George Pickens, but definitely Dak Prescott, and for what's been going on for him over the last handful of weeks, like he's definitely been putting up numbers for sure. So, like you said, man, like they stay hot. Like the defense is not very good still. I know like they had a decent performance today, but anytime like if they play any type of better caliber offense, or even not, like they still give it up. So I think it's just going to be a situation where all year long, there's just going to be a lot of back and forth, like with Dallas. So there's that. It was good to see CeeDee Lamb out there, and I did not expect Jake Ferguson to have 2 touchdowns. Like, we all kind of thought that he would be the one guy that things might have been scaled back a little bit for him, but it wasn't. And today was kind of what I would expect from George Pickens with CeeDee Lamb there, which again was not like a shabby day. It's just that, hey, he wasn't getting the touchdowns. He hadn't gotten the touchdowns like he normally would. I mean, 4 catches for 82 yards. That's about what I would expect for him. But normally those numbers have looked a little bit different. So, yeah, man, shout out to the Cowboys, man, for that win.
Yeah.
And then Bill cooked that, man. Bill cooked he didn't really cook my DFS lineups, man, because, like, he wasn't somebody, like, I had, like, overly rostered, but I had him. But golly, dude, man. Golly, man.
Yeah, the Cowboys really shored up their run defense today. But it's only, again, because you're lacking the weapons on the outside boundary. So it's like you're lacking the McLaurin, you're lacking the Debos of the world. You had Zach Ertz kind of limping into this matchup. So it's like you didn't really have much of those like deep threader guys like that needed to extend your defenses. So it was a game where, again, like the matchup was there, but it was like the Cowboys defense was able to take their resources and put it towards the run and try to have Washington be like, you're going to try to beat us down deep, whatever, with your backups today. Let's see what happens. So kudos to them. I had a feeling the Cowboys were going to get this one. And that's just what it is. Unfortunately, again, Daniels like cooked me, you know what I'm saying? Like in terms of trying to take something down today. But better days are coming. Colts, I said it. I was like, I need them to, reassure me about them. And they did, for real. Took care of business on the road in a matchup spot where the Chargers, like, we talked about their offensive line a little bit and how, they have been banged up. And even Becton left this game later. So their offensive line is banged up even more. So, yeah, 38-24. Getting it done. Herbert, obviously, he was close to throwing for almost 400 yards passing today. So it's just, again, like defense got put into, spots where, they kind of had to use like, it was either containing Daniel Jones, which they did, or letting him kind of see if they could, carve him up a little bit. And Daniel Jones carved him up today. And then JT, obviously, like, of course, we talk about him and how big of a miss in a way I had on him. I have him like 1 or 2 leagues, but not majority of my leagues. And again, JT just killing it. Anytime, the Colts are in positions like they were today, it's like Taylor becomes even more deadlier because all he does is produce in these moments where if they're ahead in games, gonna salt the game away. So
he don't even salt though. He don't even salt it away, man. He just like it ain't like he ain't getting first downs, man. He out here getting splash plays. What he doing, man? He's getting splash plays, bro.
Yeah, we were close. Just can't have nice things sometimes, But don't get me wrong. My DFS game in a way is like I'm kind of getting into my own again with it because it's like DFS was like definitely like not the greatest coming out this season, but feel like I'm starting to get my groove back a little bit.
What'd you play on today? DraftKings?
Oh yeah, just the $20 one. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, it's just at one point we're starting to look pretty good, and then all of a sudden, like, the Daniels got hurt. I'm like, oh great. Wonderful. But we call JT, I'm saying, on this channel today about basically 8,800. Like I would play him every time 8,800. Like, and then look what happened. So it just is what it is. But yeah, moving on to the lost my place. The Packers surviving against the feisty Cardinals because Brissett and these boys got these boys playing. got these boys playing, yo. In terms of how to survive this one. The Packers, they're just floundering, I feel like, the entire game. Like, it just felt like they were, I get it, the Cardinals were playing well, but it's like they just kept on floundering, right? Did it feel like that for you, or was it like, again, the Cardinals?
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of that game. Like I was more into the Indy Chargers game, because actually I had a lineup on FanDuel that was there for the 4 for 20. It was there. So I was invested in that game. So I caught the watching the tail end of it, obviously, like on Red Zone and stuff. But this is a game that, like, the Packers should have, like, it shouldn't have been this close, right? But like, again, like, hey man, Jacoby Brissett keeping it close for sure. No, it was some fight. It was some fight for him for sure. And I think too, like, Josh Jacobs seeing like really how bad his team needed him, really kind of turned it on in the second half to be able to give them the boost that they needed. The defense showed up and played well. If you want to look at it from the side of things that, like, Jacoby Brissett is playing good football, if you want to look at it through that lens, then, like, hey man, like, this team stepped up. And I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's the NFL, right? So, like, hey man, nobody's going to complain. Mike Tomlin always says it, don't matter how you win, as long as you win. Packers got one today on the road. That's what the most important thing is right now, is that happened for them. And then obviously, as far as the NFC North goes, the Vikings lost today. The Bears won. So obviously the Lions, they have their hands full, or should have their hands full, on Monday night with Baker and them boys. So,
yep.
It is what it is, man, with them, man. It's nothing, it's nothing to write home about, man. They're winning football games, just kind of chugging along, man. That's it.
Yeah. And, just sometimes you get in these situations, like with these teams, like where it's like they get into like these spots where it's like they're not as crisp and stuff. But obviously Josh Jacobs, it was like he wasn't look like Josh Jacobs at first, but then it's like when the game started to get to the the cream of the crop, rises to the top. So that was Josh Jacobs today, especially late in the game. So definitely kudos to the Packers getting it done. You can tell with Brissett's teammates, body language was so much better with them. Yeah, and you kind of see that. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that Brissett's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come in and be a veteran, do his job well, and get things in order and get things more organized. And again, I said it before with Kyler Murray. It's like there's times with Murray, like, he just don't look like he got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if it's just I don't want to ever use a height against him or anything, but it's like I don't understand, like, for certain times for him, it's like he just doesn't put it all together. And yeah, Brissett's a backup, whatever, and teams are gonna start looking at tapes and like seeing what he likes to do and stuff too, and trying to take that away. But again, like, Brissett so far through two games, like, has already made the Cardinals, I feel like, a better like team, because they've been one possession games back to back. You know what I'm saying? They surprised the Colts a bit. The Colts survived against them, and now the Packers. So Cardinals definitely giving people more of a fight than people expect. Speaking of fights today, Giants blow a huge lead. They're up 26-8 in this contest, if you could believe that. Good Lord. This was like the spot where, like, everybody thought that this was going to be the spot for Dart to fall off a wagon, and, for Cam to be, for Scatterbo to, just being, just this crazy little nut person that's just, like, not going to do much. It turns out that Denver really came out extremely flat in this one. And it really didn't, I think it was like midway through the third quarter-ish where they were kind of just starting to get, they really feel like they just started playing the game. I feel like they were definitely lifeless on both sides of the ball, and literally just started to turn up a little bit. Bo Nix, in general, like, he was looking like another guy that we're like, ooh, there comes a sophomore slump. Here it comes, da-da-da. But then Bo Nix comes out, and he's like, no, I got this. Like, a few rushing touchdowns, sets up the game-winning field goal with a bunch of different 20-yard completions, gets this team into it. And like we were talking about, Demaryius Thomas, you know what I'm saying, like, situation. It's like, I think they made a call upstairs for Demaryius to save him in this one, because it was definitely looking like Denver had no business. First of all, Denver had no business coming back in this game, by the way. They had no business getting back into this contest.
Good teams always find a way to win, and for whatever. I know
against the Eagles, right?
I know you're not like a big Bo Nix guy. Like I've always said, like
no, I am.
Well, for me, Bo Nix, I don't have a problem with him. Like I like Bo Nix, and I think he's the guy for the Broncos. Like it is what it is, and I don't think it's a sophomore slump thing. I think it becomes a thing, right, where you produce at a certain level, and people are expecting you to take this next step into this different stratosphere. And when you look at it, man, it's 40 points. It's 40 points this week for Bo Nix, and he's QB1. So far, he's QB1 so far this week. So I think it just says more about him, honestly, him being able to bring this team back. All the things you're talking about Jacoby Brissett, you and Haywood talking about Jacoby Brissett. The difference is in those situations is Bo Nix is bringing his team along to win games and not just to compete in games. And I know it's a different situation. I know it's different on the other ends. But I think that's the thing with Bo Nix is a winner, and he's going to find a way to win. Sometimes it might not look pretty on the stat sheet, but one of the things about him is he's definitely – I mean, he's been doing it now for 2 years. His athleticism is definitely underrated for sure. And today was just another really good example of that with the 2 rushing touchdowns that he had.
It wasn't more about Bo Nix. It was literally just about how the Giants played this game.
Yeah, no.
I think the Giants really – kind of showed us something today, and it had been there before, obviously, when they beat the Eagles, but it was still you kind of needed to see it again, where it was are they going to come out and just
well, the Giants are going to play like that all year. And one of the things I talked about at the very beginning of the season is the Giants defense was going to be underrated, and they still are. I still don't think people really actually understand how good they are defensively. I know they just blew this game, but that's a playoff caliber team at home, right, with Super Bowl aspirations. And this is a team that's really still trying to find their identity as the Giants, and I think they found it. But it looks like they're going to be a really, really tough out, and nobody's going to want to see them here over the next 13 weeks or so for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. They definitely showed the world something, a little something today. Okay, Sunday Night Football, Falcons, Niners. Falcons getting 3 on the road going to San Fran. Over under 46.5. Game starts in a couple of minutes. What I like about this game is that I'm going to take the Falcons, the points. Falcons defense has, if you saw them on Monday Night Football against Josh Allen, really shutting them down. I feel like the pass rush for them is starting to come around in their front 7, along with AJ Terrell coming back tonight, makes a ton of sense here in the spot, getting 3. Obviously, George Kittle coming back for the Niners. No Brock Purdy tonight. It's going to be Mac Jones, your boy again. I do think, though, that Penix has, again, something to prove tonight to me. If he can win this spot, that would be beneficial, but I'm just going to take the points. The over I'm going to take because I do think that the Niners are getting healthier, and that should set up for a game that's going to go a little bit more back and forth than what people are expecting. So I like that in terms of just how I see this game in general. How you seeing it?
I like the Niners tonight, man. I think the Falcons, I think they're a different team on the road and not being in the dome. I think that. And I think the emotional leader shows back up tonight for the San Francisco 49ers with George Kittle. And I think that's going to make a huge, huge difference tonight for them offensively. Mac Jones has been playing good football. The Falcons defense, man, is legit. I ain't going to take nothing away from them boys, man. They're legit. And if you don't know about James Pierce, you
better find out.
You should be finding out about it because, he's the real deal. And what they did defensively in the draft is starting to pay some dividends for sure. And then again, man, what another awesome night for from a fantasy perspective. You have 2 of the top backs in the league playing tonight in CMC and Bijan. So I think those 2 guys will be be ready to show out. And I've said it all year long, man. I think George Kittle. This is a night for him tonight. I know I'm jumping, putting the cart before the wagon here, or whatever. But it's a primetime game. It's a primetime game. We haven't seen him a lot. I love it. Yes, I probably will mess around with a George Kittle anytime TD tonight because I just think it's time. It's time, brother. It's time. So
yeah, I like his yardage prop tonight over.
Yeah, it's low.
Pretty low for that. Receptions you could also take for 5. That's pretty easy, but I just took the receiving yards. In terms of betting, CMC over 45.5 receiving yards. We know CMC can do it in multiple different facets, but the Falcons have been really stingy against the run. They're top 5 run defense right now. So they've been shutting people down when it comes to the running game. So I think CMC is going to have to do a little bit more through the air today and take advantage of the short and intermediate and one-on-one potential linebackers, taking them on inside the flat and just doing it by yards after a catch type of situation today. Jennings over 3.5 catches. I just think this is a nice little line that we can take advantage of. Jennings, I know he hasn't been like the bill of health lately, but I think with Kittle coming back and then him being able to play today, should set up for opportunities for him to, get a few passes through the middle and then take it in terms of just like being able to go somewhere else with the football for the Niners. So those are my 3 tonight that I got. I got the Falcons. John's got the Niners. You have the over, under. You?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Like the game has started. I'm already like getting distracted. I'm like, shit. The game
the game already started.
The game's already started. Hell. I ain't messing. I'm not messing with the over under, man. I'm just gonna take the Niners on the money line. I got them like everywhere, so just give me the Niners on the money line.
Cool. I got you. Okay. Well, that being said, obviously next show tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Monday Night Football, doubleheader, double shot of Monday Night Football. The Week 8 waiver wires as well. 4 teams on a bye upcoming. We're going to get you ready. We're going to get your lineup set. We're going to get you guys all the stuff you guys need for your waiver wires runs for the upcoming week. So that being said, enjoy Sunday Night Football. Me and John, we out of here. See you guys tomorrow night. Peace!